guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video, we are doing something I'm really excited about. We're actually going to be doing an anti-haul. It has been a very long time since I have filmed an anti-haul, but I had some specific reasons why I wanted to do this. But really quick before we jump in, I just finished setting up my new office space. I'm so excited. This is so much more functional than what I had before. I did film that. I'm not sure which video is going up first, but I did film it. If it's available, I will link it above for you guys to check out. But because I just finished like 5 minutes ago doing that, I haven't set up my new lighting in the correct place yet. So as you guys can see, I have a lot of light coming at me this way, and I do apologize for that. I still have to kind of play with it and figure it out. So I know my lighting is awful right now, but bear with me. I really wanted to film this video for you guys because we're in the middle of the holiday season. So I feel like consumerism and just people pushing product on you is like all you're seeing right now on YouTube. And I know I'm guilty of it as well with all of the shopping guides and favorites videos. And then pretty soon here, it's gonna be like the end of the year wrap up as well. So there's gonna be like favorites of all of the year, you know, all of the best products of 2018. So there's a lot of like product recommendation videos coming at you guys. And I thought it would be just kind of nice to balance it out a little bit and do a good old fashioned anti-haul. So we're gonna be talking about some new makeup releases that I personally am not interested in picking up. And I'll give you my personal opinions on why I don't want them. You guys, I feel like you've seen these types of videos so much now. I don't feel like I necessarily need to do this disclaimer, but I'm gonna do it anyway, just in case. It's not that I have anything against these companies, and some of these products might be amazing products, but for whatever reason, I don't feel that I need to spend my money on it. As you guys can see behind me, I have a very large makeup collection already. I really don't need anything else, but you know, makeup is a passion of mine, and it is something that I do collect. So I still do buy products, and I still do get new product in, but I try to be really conscious, especially recently. I've been trying really hard to be conscious of what I take in, what I'm spending my money on, even PR. Like, I've been very picky about what I'm accepting. Only if it's something that I think that I might actually like or want to share a review. Actually, I have to like it to want to share a review for you guys. It has to be something that I'm interested in, and then I would want to try it out to review for you guys. So that is something that's been on my mind a lot recently, and so I definitely wanted to share this video. I think it would be a good time to do that. The other thing that I've been really feeling recently, and I know I've talked about this before, I mean, it's been going on for a while now, like at least a year, maybe longer. I feel like there's just such an oversaturation right now of new product, skincare product, makeup product, pretty much anything beauty related. It's just insane how much is coming out. And I went to Ulta the other day with my daughter, and we were just kind of walking through. I had to pick up something for a gift. So I was like, you know, while we're here, let's walk through, spend some time in the store and see what's new. And you guys, I was so shocked how many new products I hadn't even heard of before. And this is my job. Like, I follow Trend Mood. I follow all these people on Instagram and YouTube trying to keep up with everything. And I still was like, I never heard of that palette. I'd never seen this eyeshadow thing before. I mean, it was crazy how much stuff I was like, that just blew right past me. I wasn't even aware of that. So it just goes to show you there's just so much coming out. And it's not just, you know, Sephora and Ulta. There's so many new indie brands popping up, and all these new indie brands are trying to keep up with the larger mainstream brands as well. And it's just, there's so much makeup. You can't possibly own it all. Nobody could possibly own it all. So this is the longest intro ever. I'm the queen of long intros, but that's all of that. All of that is the reason I wanted to share this anti-haul today. I just feel like there's so much, can't keep up. Let's talk about what I'm not buying. So I'm pulling up my list here. I just went through and selected some items from Sephora specifically. I mean, there's a lot of like drugstore and indie stuff I've been seeing as well, but I just thought it would be easiest to go through some Sephora stuff because Sephora has been pumping out new releases like crazy. It's also the holiday season, so there's definitely more releases that come out right now, like in the month of, well, really like from starting in October, that's when they start to prepare for the holidays. The first thing I wanted to mention is this highlighter drops that I saw. First of all, this is from Tom Ford. They're called the Soleil Glow Drops. It's $50. $50. I want to see how big it is because I bet you it's not even that big. I just think this is insanely priced. Now, I have tried something from Tom Ford before. What was it? Oh, I tried an eyeshadow duo. I really just wanted to try this brand, but it's so darn expensive. I found an eyeshadow duo at my local CCO, which means I got like a discount on it. So I tried it and I was like, you know, there is nothing special about this. So I don't know if I'd ever try any Tom Ford again. I just don't think it's worth the inflated price. You're just basically paying for the name. I don't know. That's my personal opinion. I haven't tried a lot from this brand, so I really can't say if there's like something incredible about this. I'm having a hard time seeing what size it is though. It doesn't really say. Well, it doesn't really say on Sephora's website how big it is. So I'm not sure, but I can't imagine that it's, you know, much bigger than maybe an ounce. But $50 I think is just way too much for a liquid highlighter, and I personally don't really use liquid highlighters. Now, if you really love liquid highlighters, you might want to, you know, go test it out at Sephora and see if it's something for you. But on my skin, I don't prefer using a liquid highlighter. I prefer using powder, so for me that would be a total pass. Okay, and then the next thing that I wanted to mention is from Huda Beauty, and this is the Power Bullet Metallic Lipstick. It's not specifically just these ones from Huda, but I've been seeing so many metallic lipsticks recently, and I just feel like I know that trend came back for a while, and I'm like, is that trend still here? Did I miss it? I thought it came and went like really fast. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm just personally not into the metallic lip. I don't feel like it's very flattering, especially on more mature lips like I have. So it's not something that I can really pull off. They are $21, so I mean, that's about normal for a high-end lipstick, but I still think that high-end lipsticks are kind of ridiculous because the drugstore ones are just as good. But yeah, I definitely wanted to just mention these metallic lipsticks. I feel like I said, I feel like that's a trend that I was really surprised is still going. The next thing I wanted to mention, this is from Sephora Collection. These are their new exfoliating body granita scrubs. They have a few different like scent versions, I believe. I mean, it's only $8. That's a really good deal for a body scrub. I don't know. There was a couple things about this when I saw it that I was just like, First of all, I feel like they're really trying to rip off Sol de Janeiro's packaging. It looked, at first I was like, oh, Sol de Janeiro came out with a new product. And then I was like, no, Sephora Collection tried to copy their packaging. So that was the first thing that I was kind of like, And the other reason that I would not be interested in buying this is because I've tried quite a bit of Sephora Collection skincare. When I worked at Sephora, they gave us gratis, if you guys aren't aware of that, it's basically like sort of like what YouTubers get with PR. It's just stuff for employees that is given to employees for free to test out, and then that way you can speak to the quality when you're talking to your clients. So you do get like a bag full of free makeup and skincare every single month. One of the nice perks of working there. By the way, I was thinking about doing a video about my experience working at Sephora and just like how it was and stuff. If you guys want to see that, let me know down below. But yeah, so I tried a lot of Sephora Collection, both skincare and makeup, because that came in our gratis a lot. We got a lot of Sephora Collection in gratis, and I really thought that the makeup was like, there was some hits and there was some misses with the makeup for sure, but you could find some hidden gems in the makeup. But I felt like with the skincare, I didn't like it. I didn't notice any benefits from the skincare at all. I just felt like the ingredients weren't very good. The prices are great, but you kind of are paying for what you're getting in that situation. So I don't know. I just wasn't interested in these, so I'll be passing. All right, the next thing, I feel like I've talked about this a lot, but it's been a while since I've mentioned it. So for all my newer viewers, I thought I would talk about it. There's the new Tarte Pro Remix Amazonian Clay Eyeshadow Palette. So if you guys watch my Shop My Stash videos, you will notice I don't think I have any Tarte eyeshadow palettes. I might have like a mini one. I do not like the formula of the Tarte Amazonian Clay eyeshadows. I really don't like their Amazonian Clay powder products at all. I feel like they are so hardly pressed and the pigmentation is so light. It's very, very difficult to work with. So I have purchased quite a few Tarte eyeshadow palettes, the full-size ones, quite a few of them, ended up decluttering all of them. I just had a very difficult time making them work. And their eyeshadows, on my skin at least, they fade throughout the day. I don't feel like they have any staying power on me, so I pretty much pass on all Tarte eyeshadows. I don't even usually give them a second look, but since this was sitting in the new releases, I thought I would mention it real quick, and it is $49 as well. All right, the next thing is from Fenty Beauty by Rihanna. This is her new Fairy Bomb Shimmer Powder. I feel like I'm not 100% sure, but I think that this is the same powder that came in like the puffball thing. I don't remember the name of that. I feel like that was Fairy something too. But she had that big giant puffball with the powder inside. I think that's what this is, but without being inside of a puffball. I think it just comes in like a little jar like you can see here. So it's $28. I think it probably is very beautiful. It looks like it would be too dark for my skin tone, and also I have way too much highlighter right now. Kills me to say this, but I really think I need to do a declutter soon, so I definitely don't need to be buying any more highlight. And since this does look like it'd be a little bit too golden and a little too deep for my skin tone, I was gonna pass on that. Plus it's $28. That's a lot of money for a highlighter that I don't need. All right, next up I wanted to mention this palette here from Kat Von D. This is the Lolita eyeshadow palette. It's $39. There's a few different reasons why I'm not interested in this palette. First of all, the color scheme. Very, very similar to a lot of palettes that I have in my collection currently. I don't feel like any of those shades are unique. I don't feel like any of those shades I couldn't already dupe with what I own. Also, I've been disappointed with Kat Von D's eyeshadows recently. I feel like the formula is not as good as I remember it being, so for that reason, I think I would pass on it. All right, next is a collection of eyeshadow palettes from Urban Decay. They came out with their On the Run mini eyeshadow palettes. They're $25 each. I think there's I wanna say there's 4 different versions. I feel like $25 is too much for these tiny little eyeshadow palettes, first of all. That's really expensive for these little tiny palettes. And Urban Decay's quality is great, but none of these eyeshadow palettes look very unique. And I feel like Urban Decay has been coming out with so much recently, so many new releases. I don't know. I saw these and I was like, I don't need it. I don't want it. So I'm not gonna be buying any of those. All right, and then next up is the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. Now, to be honest with you guys, when I first saw this, I was really interested in it. It is $49. It looks beautiful. It's got a lot of very like metallic, intense, glittery types shades. I do really like Too Faced eyeshadow formula. I think they have a great formula. And some of these colors look like they'd be really pretty. There's a few reasons why I won't be buying it. First of all, $49. I feel like that's money that I can't be spending right now on eyeshadow. Also, I feel like most of these shades I probably do already have. I'm looking at it now and I don't really see anything in here that I probably couldn't dupe. I just like the combination of them that they come in this palette, but also the palette itself is quite bulky and probably really difficult to store. And I did just reorganize my eyeshadow palette drawer, and I really just don't have the space for this. I'd have to declutter something to make room for it, and I don't want to do that because $50 is a lot of money to spend on something that I'm not even sure if I'm gonna like reach for or like. So I am going to be passing on that as well. All right, and then the last thing on my anti-haul list for this time around is from Huda Beauty. It is called the Nude Eyeshadow Palette. So this is one of her full-size palettes. It's $65. I feel like this one's not that new. I feel like it's been out for a bit, but I haven't purchased any of her full-size palettes. I do have quite a few of her little Obsession palettes. I think I have 5 of them. So clearly I really like those ones. I don't know, I've never, like I said, I haven't ever owned any of the full-size ones, but I've swatched them in store and I don't feel like the formula is the same as the little ones. I could totally be wrong because I've never actually applied them on my face with a brush. So I don't know. I just feel like was it $65? I want to say it was. $65, like that's so much money. I can't afford it right now. That's a lot of money. And it is a nude eyeshadow palette. Again, these are all shades. These are shades we all have already in our collection. So I just feel like it would be kind of a waste of money for me right now, although it does look stunning. It looks like it'd probably be a gorgeous palette. I'm just gonna have to pass on that one. All right, you guys, so those are all the items that I am not going to be buying this season. I would love to hear from you guys. What new releases are you skipping on? What are you not interested in? If there was something on my list that you do own and you love, let me know as well. I'd love to know about that. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video today. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.